What's going on, guys and girls? And my next project is going to be uh, something that a lot of people ask me about pretty much on a daily basis, but I haven't went back to this game in a while. And I decided if you're going to do it, let's do it with some people a little different. So first off, it's going to be red, white, and blue racing. That's what I've got. And it's going to be a 15 race season. And we're going to do it with the Starcross drivers. If you've never heard of the Starcross drivers, it's because none of them have ever been in victory lane in the Cup Series. They're some retired, some still race, um, some, but none have been in victory lane. What's up, Philip? So what would be better than that? How about short track racing at its best? Little short racetracks, 15 race season with 15 lap events, one pit stop each race. That's it. And since the guys in this series are not so famous, we're going to change around a little bit the TV drivers, and we're going to call them radio drivers. And what's a radio driver? Well, it depends on the role. On TV, it's going to have TV written on there like it does right here, number 10. Look at number 10. It says TV. Well, we're going to call them our radio drivers. And what it's going to be is I'm going to roll a 20-sided die. And I'm going to roll two numbers. And then that one will try to pass the other one. So you can go from 20th to first on one roll. How does that? So how about Marty Robbins? Well, I'll show you Marty Robbins in a second. He actually was a famous country music singer, and he raced part time, pretty much as a hobby. So none of these guys and girls, Patty Moise, there's Patty, she fell too. Damn, Patty Moise, Danica Patrick, she's in there. Dick Trickle, Steve Grissom, Hut Strickland, Tommy Gale, Herman Beam, Dick May, uh, Joe Rutman, Kevin LePage. Yeah. Anyway, I picked 43 drivers out. And then the final 5 races, we're going to have 10 drivers make the playoffs. The only problem is after the first race of the playoffs, one gets knocked out. After the second race, another one gets knocked out. After the third race, another one gets knocked out. After the fourth race, another one gets knocked out. Final race of the season, 6 drivers have a chance to win a championship. I need some stickum, you're right. What it is, I cut them out myself, so they're not all evenly cut. So that's the problem there. Dave Blaney, met him a few times. Actually, me and my wife both met him. Nice guy. Jabe Thomas. I cannot tell you anything about Jabe Thomas because I don't know anything. There's Danica. There's Danica Patrick. So we're going to run 15 races. The first 10 will just decide who the top 10 in points. Then after that, each race, those final 5, those next 4 races, somebody's going to get chopped off the block, and then 6 drivers will be vying for a championship. So I'm going to start the first race in just a few minutes. How am I going to decide the qualifying? Blind draw, guys. Blind draw. No better way than that. 43 drivers. If you fall out of the race, you fall out of the race. I can't do anything for you. How am I going to do points? Opposite. If you finish first, you only get 1 point. If you finish 43rd, you get 43 points. You want as few points as possible after 10 races. Best you can have is 10 points. Leading the most laps won't do nothing for you. Leading no laps doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't matter. Where you finish is where you get it. So the lowest 10 people on the point standings will make the championship 10. So one out of every 4 drivers makes the playoffs. How about that? So that's not too bad odds. So I'll have an announcement of all 43 drivers along with starting the race in just a few minutes. And we'll get that first race going on in just a little bit. Smoky Mountain Racetrack, Smoky Mountain Raceway. Every race will be a 15-lap race. So you're going to have to, what do we call it, shit and get. Well, you got to go because you don't have time to mess around. So it's about 4 women in there. Low score wins. That's right. Low score wins. And then we started all over with at the playoffs. We won't even keep points. We won't even worry about Todd Bodine. We won't even worry about points at all. Just the best finisher ends up winning. And then the best finisher at the last race, we'll see what happens. So we're going to start a race up in just a few minutes. 43 drivers. And guess how many wins total all 43 drivers have? It's an easy number to remember.
0.
0 wins, 43 drivers. So after one race, we'll have one winner anyway. So if you win a race, you're in the playoffs. How about that? So if you win a race, you're going to be in the playoffs. Could we have 10 different winners? Yeah, maybe. But we'll see. So if you do win a race, you're in the playoffs. You're going to be rooting for Danica. Huh? How about Chad Little? He's a lawyer. No wins. So can anybody win 5 races? I don't know if anybody can win. Janet Guthrie. Remember her? Janet Guthrie, famous for Indianapolis. We got a bunch. Cuckoo Marlin. Who else should be driving the 14 besides Cuckoo Marlin? Yeah. J.D. McDuffie actually passed away racing. So let's do this. Let's do this thing. I got the racetrack already set up. All I got to do is set up my cam, move a box of a lot of drivers there. Look at all these drivers I have. If you guys have never seen them, I have got a bunch. So I've got to move all this stuff out of the way, and then we're going to have us some racing going on. So, in fact, Cuckoo Marlin is Sterling Marlin's father. Yep, that's who that is. Smoky Mountain Raceway, 15 laps. I hope you join me in just a few minutes. Yeah, I like it if everybody roots for a different driver. That'd be cool. Who you like, Philip? Maybe Philip will root for somebody else. That'd be awesome. All right, guys, find your favorite driver before they qualify, okay? Do that, please. Pick a favorite driver before you find out they're starting first. Starting first doesn't make you a winner anyway, trust me. Just because, where you start doesn't matter. Where you finish matters. Oh, yeah, I know. Caffeine. I know. I drank decaf coffee this morning, so I'm doing all right. So you guys join me back here in just a minute and 15 laps. Red, white, and blue racing. The star-crossed guys, none of them of the 43 drivers have ever won a cup race. But in just a few minutes, one of them's going to win and actually make it into the playoffs. After those 10, yeah, well, you'll find somebody you like, Philip. You'll find somebody you like. If you're like me, you like to find the one that's going to start at the very back. And it's like, I got to get my hair cut. You're going to find the one that starts at the very back and be like, yeah, that's me. Kind of take them under your wing. Like, yeah, that's the person I want to see win. So we'll see what happens, guys. See you back in just a couple minutes. I hope you join me for the first race of 15. Thanks a lot. God bless.